pack feeding. When I was young, I had visions of another world. Sneaking looks at the porn stash of my brother Hurl. Incense smoke made vortices and other curls. Casting calls for porn films and ad space for rubber girls. I like my pancakes cut in swirls. Moroccan moles and undercover squirrels. I like cartoons, southern cities with large moons. Faith healers, ex-female drug dealers and art booms. Apologize for my weird mix. What tastes like hot dogs and tear drips, and looks like pantomime and clear bricks, and smells like shotguns and deer piss. They on they hunt, kinda salty that I'm going hard. First part of a party that I throw in pods. 1 minute you playing pool, next minute you throwing darts. But that's how you do with a party that you throwing bars. I run the gambit like I'm throwing cards. From popular mechanics to overdosing hard. Paint cold pictures like Nova Scotian landscapes. Nerd gang, McMandelbrot sets when we handshake. A word game, back up, plan that can damn lakes back up. The word plain plan that the man states means I can still be the man if the dam breaks. And when demand breaks, some reflections what they can't face. But Pyrrha still treat the mirror like it's a fan base. The unfettered veteran, the eagle feathered man of medicine that hovers above cities like weathermen or maybe weather woman. Whatever better to tell you weather coming. I prefer girls to rain all over the world, and not rain like Rain Man, or rain like rain dance, or rain like a slight chance of rain when it's rain, and a rain like deer slaves to Santa Claus, slave man, but rain like queens that reign over made man, and not queen like queen killer, Rhapsody Bohemian queen, but queen like white glove wave hand. And not wave hand like it's a heat wave, so you make a fan by waving your hand. I'm talking wave like you saying hey, man. And not hate for horses and horses like you almost voiceless. You gotta treat your vocal cords like it's a fortress, and treat every single one of your words like reinforcements. And especially when you're recording, cause that's the portion that's important. When I was reporting that I was poor, but now I'm more than, it's still hooker hills on my sugar hills and sweet spots. Crying shames make margarita rims from cheap tops. Deep plots and floor to ceiling windows for my pea pots. A little scenes with the sickle swings to make the wheat drop. In 100 words for them hummingbirds that like to eavesdrop and fan out like peacocks with a parakeet that beatbox. So the sun rise when the beat drop and the sun dies when the beat stops. Then it unties, then it relocks, then it relapse, then it detox, then he back like a heat pack on his kneecaps at the weak spot, cause he want what we got, like yeah. Poetry like a young honorary Morrissey, then spit it to the golden locked thoughts who like they porridge all watery, not scorching nor sorbity from the still orbiting sorcerer sorcery coming down gorgeously, just like a Stacey Dash waterfall, a more torturing, a waterboarding Barbie doll, a river of women like Brazilian carnival, swimming in feminine bikinis made out of barbasol. Somebody give them the volleyballs. If you love her, don't ever send her to Molly Malls. Homie, if she lonely, she might end up in Macaulay's claws. Coming out the closet over goblets down at Mardi Gras. The fame, champagne, walk of shame, lobby call. My rap position was black condition and activism. Ammunition for abolition missions. Attacking systems, but they not after listen. Less is dropping, no Activision. Are we apps or are we bodies filled with apparitions? Operating applications stuck inside an Apple prison. Chicken hacking download updates that lack religion. Or are we more than soil tainting? Disloyal changelings preoccupied with boy and goyle chasing and foiling others royal saintings. I sit back and watch the world through eye holes in my oil paintings. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Unless you Virgin Mary, nothing do it but to trust. Believe all that. Unless you judge, life is not a dictionary, it's a thesaurus, and I feel like a missionary to a clitoris, the water bearer air of traditions that I swear to never change my chair position or conditions of my porridge. Submission for sedition against the religion of a chorus. Keep them golden weed thieves out the motherfucking forest. As I perform a nerd storm, I prefer my pictures in word form. Bury the hatchet like how a bird born. As I paint cold pictures like Kool-Aid face and condensation, having conversations with flavorful combinations, slave to my concentration. So that's OJ the Juice Man meets OJ with two hands and two gloves. That's too snug to judge who was who drew blood. And Lupe, look at all these toucans in a cemetery full of tomahawks, giving middle fingers to the pigeons doing somersaults. Road runners don't fall off cliffs, they run across anomalies by the colony, flukes by the reservoir. While in pursuers end up as poofs on the desert floor. Levitating youths who know the truth of where the fountain hides. Buckaroo roofs painting tunnels onto the mountainsides. 1,000 parts a pound, a heart, an ounce of eyes, announcing out a doubt, and mouth pronounces out accounts of lies. Chocolate counts by the counts of 5. Refrigerator roof full of animals and monsters. Incinerator shoots in the manual for Contra. Assorted memories from my childhood. Absorbing energy from the wild woods. Electronic combat, Konami signed contract. Chinese chalk killing cucarachas on contact. Chicago, spread gun aficionado. Efficient spitting, bridging divisions isn't Chicano. Who's the boss? If it isn't Lisa Milano. Do the call, ninja mission into the Congo. Polarized envy of the older guys. Black Obi Shinobi hitting Keno in the face with all my throwing knives. Sub-Zero guiding, hiding, riding in the pack as well. Sound Village, Leaf Village, Wolf Spirit, magic spells, yeah! Dodging rain and catching hell. Face seers need samurais to catch the L. Special research vessels made for catching whales. Fillet of fish, ship, sea shepherd, peppered with extra sails. Rewrite history, liberty needs a better bail. Maybe harder irons and carbon fibers that never fail. Smarter science mixed with our art alliance, a fairy tale. Or maybe just a metal pail you hit with steel tools. To announce you've had enough and dropping out of SEAL school. Just like trout jumping out they house to let their gills cool. Cuba scuba couldn't take the temperature of my skill pool, yeah. Said it feels cool to kill fools. Slipping through the cracks like when you try to grill gruel. Techno Viking water bottle when not following pill rules. Will have you off the throttle when you should be modeling chill mood. Roller skate maker, or you just cobbling wheel shoes. Overweight taster, of king's food that kills crews. Oblivious featherweight baker who autograph cakes whenever his quill moves over your milieu. Simple as a Buddhist monk in the temple standing in some hill grooves with the abbot practicing stillness. Real still till he realizes realness. Defeat Samsara, achieves nirvana and brilliance. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sabir Bey Show on RMC On Air. Listen, man, that was a hot track right there. Listen, the only place you're going to get it, and I wasn't going to play the whole joint, but I just had to do that to show y'all lyrics. Like, that brother reads, man, and he knows music. That was my man, Lupe Fiasco. I wasn't going to play the whole joint, so go to YouTube, look it up, man. I mean, my man got the whole CD. He's showing me, look, Sabir, I got the whole piece, bro. It's hot. Yeah, it is hot. So don't say, there you go. Show him what it is, bro. This is how we're in the technology age right now. He's showing the album. So when people say about this music, like talk about music, and they say this, you know, this is only what you get what mainstream put out there. This is mainstream. RMC On Air is mainstream. We're going to make it mainstream. The Sabir Bey Show, the only place you're going to get real info, pure edutainment every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Actually, I've had my co-host, we'll be calling him my brother, Troublemaker Chalky White. He's up in Texas right now, but I don't want to say training. We have a sister that's in the studio. She's an apprentice.
I like that.
That's better?
Acceptable.
That's acceptable. That's what's up. Shonda's in the building. She's going to be holding it down. We need that female energy, you know what I mean? Because we have too many brothers in here, you know what I mean? So, again, tell a friend. Sabir Bey Show is on. I know a lot of people hit me up on Instagrams, Twitter, saying, yo, Sabir, the site is down. It's down for right now. But what happens, you can always download the Sabir Bey Show app. Download the Sabir Bey Show app. You can get it live. I believe we have it set up for Android, but I think we're working on Apple some kind of way. It'll be there too. So again, if you're having a problem, you can go to rmconair.com. I mean, it's very easy to reach us. Just go to rmconair.com and you will get the show live, or you can call us in the studio. What's the number, Shonda?
It's 323-965-1600.
So chime in. I mean, it's a two-way talk, but give us a minute, before you do that. But we would welcome everybody. We don't block nobody. We don't, cut you off. But I always say on this show, just come correct with your factologies, not your opinions. Factology, not your opinions, not your belief systems, none of that. Facts. And again, I always have to put this out for everybody. We've been doing this for a minute in LA for like 3 or 4 years on air. I've been doing it for 13 years, and I keep repeating myself all the time. You just go back and watch the repeats. My old shows. And people say, well, Sabir, why haven't nobody ever challenged you? Because they're going to call with their opinions. And if you notice, you can see us. We don't click you. I'm not in control of the phones. My hands is over here. My man is over there. He picks up the phones. He tells me he's on, he just actually say we have a caller. basically. So we don't shun nobody. So I would always say, just come with your facts. That's all I'm saying. So not your opinions or beliefs. I don't care if you're a politician, if you're an attorney, a turnover, if you're a police officer, whoever you are. Why you looking at you? I felt that smirk. Like, okay, what's your over there talking about?
I still we don't want to scare anybody from calling.
No, I want to. No, I don't want.
No
no
question is a dumb question. So please be
exactly.
encouraged to call.
Thank you. And that's what. It's not for the people that don't know. It's for the people who do know. Because you don't get these tweets or Instagrams like I do. It's like, yo, well, I'll call you on Friday, but some kind of way they get amnesia when 4:30 comes on Friday. The amnesia. Oh, I had to go pick up my child from school, or I had a case in court. You know what I mean? That type of stuff happens. That's why I say that. It's not for the general public who are unaware. I'm talking about the ones who do know and challenge me on when I read YouTube comments or Instagram stuff and say, well, I'm going to call you and I'm going to challenge you on it. I just say, come with your facts. Come with your A game, because I'm always on my A game. That's just what it is. You know, it's not to push nobody away.
Be new booty friendly.
Exactly, whatever. And I ain't trying to be politically correct neither, so it is what it is. But I just say bring your A game, not your emotions. But listen, let me give a shout out to my brother. Actually, the film that we did. If you didn't get a chance to get this film, Out of Darkness, you missed it. I'm trying to tell you.
Missing it.
You're missing it? You're missing the boat?
Missing it.
Everywhere we went, we had packed houses. Everybody loved it. It's off the hook. So I would say get Out of Darkness. Shout out to my man Amadeus Christ. Yeah, man. You know, he's the director of it. I'm in it. I'm actually part of the production team also. So it's a film that you don't want to miss out on. I'm going to tell you, we're going to make it into a whole series. For real. It's going to be a series. It's not even stopping. We getting ready to start working on the other part of that also, that film. But it's going to be about us being indigenous Americans. And also, again, I will be back at the Cultural Connections on April the 16th. So April 16th, Chi-Town, here I come. Get with my brother down there just at the Cultural Connections at April 16th. I believe the lecture will be started at 1 o'clock, because I also will be in Chi-Town with Africa Bambaataa. We will be doing a show there. You know, so shout out to Africa Bambaataa and the whole Zulu Nation. So April 16th, it's going down. The lecture is going to be at 1 o'clock. I believe the concert is going to be, or the show is going to be later on that evening. So stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Real Sabir Bey on Twitter. Instagram Sabir Bey. Download the app. It's going to be off the hook, man. It's going to be good. So again, we're going to get that call out numbers again. So when people say that they didn't get the numbers.
The number is 323-965-1600.
Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about before we get into this subject, because there's a lot of stuff, and I hope the brother that was on Instagram is listening and he will call in, because he made I'm telling you, I'm like a comedian. I'm like a comedian. Don't say nothing to me, because I'll bring it to the airwaves. I have a platform, and this is my platform. And sometimes I want to walk away from it, but I understand the platform. You follow me? I understand how important this is, you know. And I just had to talk with my co-host, Chalky White, and I said, yo, dude, I'm ready to turn it over to y'all, but I want to keep it. But I want to, you know, so when I want to come back and say something, I can say it and have it open to everybody, because this show is streamed everywhere, and it's also shown in Roscoe Chicken and Waffles. You know what I mean? So it's just not a local thing. It's like 6 Roscoe's that we air it in. So this is going to be the next wave right here. So,
gonna get y'all off that meat though.
Unless you get the fake, you know, I don't want to say fake meat, the real meat. But anyway, there's things that was on Instagram and is floating around on YouTube right now about Moors enslaving Africans. And I'm going to explain how silly that is, you know, because first of all, the word slave itself applies to Indo-Europeans and Scandinavians. People look it up. And I said, grab your pen and pad. I'm not one of these YouTube dudes. Do not take what I say at face value. Research everything. This is why I said the opinions and facts are 2 total different things. Your belief system means that you dependent on someone else. It means to be lied to. That's what it is. Belief be lied, right there. But that's what that was. What the brother was talking about, the whole issue of the Moors enslaving Africans. The Moors are Africans, for the record, people. But before we get into that, people will hit me up. You know, you talking about Cat Williams and this, you know, this beef with Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. Let me say this, man. Y'all, you know, people say, well, what's up with your man Kev? Kev, I know Kevin. Kevin is Philly. I'm Philly all day. You know, ride or die, I'm Philly. But, you know, I and the way I feel Cat and the way I feel Kevin. Kevin is a hustler. He's a Philly hustler, and that's a Philly thing. I don't know about, you know, what he, you know, his sexual preference. I've been trying to reach out to him again, but I doubt if he even feed into it. But again, listen, man, I don't get caught up in that. But one thing I can say about Cat, you know, he's like a Richard Pryor, a Paul Mooney, which is one of the greatest, man, Paul Mooney. My man Eddie Griffin. Shout out to Eddie Griffin and DL. I'll be in Texas with them next month on the 18th. DL Hughley, Eddie Griffin, Charlie Murphy, Cedric the Entertainer, and George Lopez. They're doing something at the AT&T Center in Texas this month, the 18th, and I'll be there with all of them. And actually, I'm giving them all copies of Out of Darkness, too. You know, so I hit them up and say, yo, dude, I'll be in Texas, man. What's up? They said, come by. So I'll be there with them. But going back to the subject of, again, I put Cat on that level, but also one thing I can say and respect about Kevin Hart, and I tell people this in the industry, be very careful when you get into this. You know, I don't know. People say, well, Cat is bitter. No, maybe Cat need to lay off or stop being around certain people he be around, because a lot of times, like, you know, you can get caught up getting high a lot too. You know what I mean? That could be part of your problem, and people don't want to peep that. They don't want to pay attention to that, because when you're you can be high and be controlled, and sometimes you can be out of control. You see what I'm saying? So with Kevin, I'm looking at him and understanding his background, his family. I ain't gonna put his family business out there, but I know his father, you know, and I know what went on in Philly. He tells you a lot of the stuff that he talks about in his comedy, you know, but I understand he's a business dude too. So a lot of us have puppets up our asses, you know, a lot of our people, you know what I mean? So I can't say that he do or don't, you know what I mean? I just understand that he's a business dude. I like the way he doing it. He may not be as funny as Cat Williams, you know what I mean? He, you know, but who's writing what for who? I know who writes for Cat. I know who writes for Kevin Hart. So I, you know, and I'm not even going to put that out there, but I know who writes for these people. It ain't always them coming up with their own stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe Cat is coming up with his own stuff now as he get better and, you know, in his craft. But again, that beef is crazy to me. But again, that's how we feel. Sometimes I lash out on certain people. You know what I mean? And I feel some type of way. But I also know how to control, you know, myself. But, you know, like I said, I'm not going to be politically correct. I may not be politically correct now. But that right there, again, I just wanted to put it out there. People want to know my thoughts on it. You know, I like both of them. Cat reminds me, just like I said, he's more on a Paul Mooney, Eddie Griffin, Richard Pryor. You know what I mean? So, and for him to say he's coming to my hometown, I was like, He said, I'm gonna embarrass, you know, I'm gonna do this to you in your hometown, Philly. I said, oh my gosh, man. But I don't think he want to do that in Philly though. But it is what it is. Even though they're gonna buy their tickets, but I don't think you want to do that. You know what I mean? But again, you're gonna have haters wherever you go. Rather it's Cat, rather it's Kevin. Just like me, you know. So, just leave that alone, man. It's like, it is what it is, man. Hopefully I get in contact with both of them. Maybe they'll see this show, and I can talk to both of them. You know, like I said, growing up in Philly, you know, I see it, even down to the jealousy. You know.
I was gonna say, what is actually the beef? Like, what did Kevin do to?
Kevin didn't do nothing. Kevin is doing what it is. This is what's going on. Kevin is really, and a lot of entertainers is like that. They're not going to speak out against certain things like homosexuality. I don't care. I can speak about homosexuality. I could care less. I'm not homo. I'm not homophobic. I'm none of that. It's just that it's not right. One time a subject came up about my piece on my neck, about me wearing this piece, and they said that's wrong for you wearing it. I said it's wrong for being gay. That was my comeback. And they said, what do you mean? I said, well, people died in that. Well, families being broke up because of that. So this is my comeback. But again, I don't have a problem explaining it. And I know a lot of people that is who's gay. You know what I mean? But that's on them. You know, it's just like the Oscars when the dude came up, Sam Smith, and that's not the platform that's I'm an openly gay man. But yet you get upset about Beyonce because Beyonce came out there with talking about the Black Panthers on a football game. You follow me? It's like, come on, man. Let's look at these things. Look at it. Like, let's be realistic with it. So the comics, like Eddie's gonna talk about homosexuality. Cat is gonna talk about it. It's part of comedy. You know what I mean? I remember being at a Tracy Morgan show in New York one time, and this is what he said. He said, if you could take a dick, you could take a joke. That's what my man Tracy Morgan said with that. I never forget that. You can take a dick, and that's real. So if he said that, that's a joke. So don't get mad. And people, and this is what Kat is, I believe, is upset about with Kevin Hart, because Kevin's not talking about that kind of stuff. But maybe that's not Kevin Hart's niche. You know what I mean? Right. Or some people may be afraid. I'm just keeping it 100. They could be. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that is. But we got a lot of people who are afraid to talk about. We got attorneys, politicians, police. A lot of people are afraid to talk about really what's going on because they think something's going to be taken from them. You can't be afraid of losing something when you already lost. So that's just how it is. If I want to talk about them, I talk about them. I'm not looking for a job. You know, I ain't looking for, I have work. There's a difference. There's a saying is lose your job and find your work. So I don't care. So I can keep creating. But even amongst our circle, we have those issues with our own so-called people that's so-called in this, what you would say, conscious community. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff happened. We experienced that yesterday, even when I went to an event yesterday, and I'm in there talking about plebiscites and what we need to get done, and we talking about voting. No, it ain't about that. Even with the young sister who got ushered out of the place, and people saying, well, she got ushered out of it. Why are we in there? Why? Listen.
I wouldn't necessarily call it ushered out.
She got pushed out?
She got pushed out.
Well,
she was
shouldn't be in there.
manhandled by a bunch of men.
Well, she shouldn't be in there. But see, most of the dudes are soft anyway, so what difference is you going to find a real man to protect her? You know, but we wouldn't even be, you shouldn't even be in there. We shouldn't even be voting if we don't even understand the laws. And again, if I'm wrong on anything, y'all can feel free to give me a call. The phone lines will be open soon. We don't even understand the plebiscite. What is a plebiscite? What is electoral college? How these things work? You know what I mean? So why are we even trying to push? Why do we even know what a democratic democracy is or a republic is? And we all sit back and says the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic. Re means back to the public. So democracy, which means demos in krasik, which means the demon rules. So we're talking about voting and don't even understand how this thing works. And we have Negroes who sit there with the puppet, like they sit their hand up their ass, not telling you how this thing works. But we brag about a degree and what school we went to. You follow me? That's what's going on for real. So again, if I was there with that sister, I would say, listen, don't even go there. Why? Why are we going there? It doesn't matter which one go in. I don't care about them being related. They're not related. Get your facts right. People say, oh, yeah, this person's related to this person. That's why this. Dude, where's your facts that these people are related? Kill it. They opinions. It's not facts. Pick that book up for a minute. Let me show people that. Let me just don't lose this page. I want to show you basic civics. This is American civics book. And in this book, it says if they can get the people to think for themselves in this book, they are talking about in a Republican form of government. This is American civics book that we had in 8th grade. And even in this book, it talks about the difference between a fact and an opinion, how you deal with opinions and facts. The stuff that we dealing with daily is based on opinions. It's not facts. When you're dealing in court, it's not based on your opinions. It's based on facts. When you say, I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, it's a fact, not opinion, not past tense, factual. This book explains that this is basic civics that we got to know. But yet, people died for us to go vote. When? When that happened? Please help me. When?
The civil rights movement.
Civil rights is unconstitutional if you understood that. You see what I'm saying? To go right back. If you said, I'm going to respond to it. The civil rights is unconstitutional. It was struck down, I believe, twice. You first got to be a citizen first to deal with citizenship. It's civil rights. So now you have a human rights compared to civil rights. Malcolm talked about human rights. He didn't talk about civil rights, but when he died, he talked about he was building on civil rights. Civil rights is unconstitutional, period. If you study law, and if you're in law, you will understand that it's unconstitutional.
But we're not, so break it down.
So break which one down?
First of all, start with the citizen part, because
you have to have a nationality and a name to link to something. When you read the preamble, it says, we the people of the United States. In law, and this is why, if you listen to that track that this went off, this is why I love Lupe Fiasco. He reads, and he understands music. He said, listening to Bach. Most people say, what the hell is Bach? I didn't even know who it was. It was Johann Sebastian Bach. He was a composer, right? Now, that would have went over some people's heads. He said life is like a diction. He said life is something, and it's not a dictionary. It's a thesaurus.
No, it's not. It's not a thesaurus. It's a dictionary.
No, he said no. He said it's a thesaurus. The thesaurus.
I thought he said the other.
No. Vice versa. See, you have to get a. This is why even in our lessons we say get a thesaurus, an unabridged dictionary, and a law dictionary. You'd be better than any attorney that's out there if you understood language. So that's what it is. So when you start understanding the language, it is not pun. It is not playing on words. It's none of that stuff. It's basic language. So if you know that civil rights and human rights are two total different things, and you understand the Constitution and you read the Constitution, you be on point. You know what I mean? You be on point with it. But again, we're ushering these people out here, and every generation get weaker and weaker with this information. We're not being taught basic civics, and you have people that look like us while we over here arguing about Kat and Kevin, but yet you got the same people that's in your circle that's misleading you and lying to you. Do they have their hand up their ass? I mean, I'm just asking. I just want to know. You see what I'm saying? So again, let's be real. Let's be real with this. So get with the lessons. I know our time is kind of short. We got an hour and a half, but y'all can give us a call in the studio. Let me get into this meat of this information. Now, we gave that brother time, and I always like to call people out. He said that he was going to call the show and talk about, he made a comment about my brother Reggie was going to straighten it out in April about a debate. Let's kill it with these debates. All right. He said that the Moors, they saying that the Moors enslaved Africans. Let me give y'all some history lessons for real quick. And I want to know what Moors. Please, somebody help me out on what Moors we're talking about. Okay. Help me. Maybe I'm wrong somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, let me give you some history of who the Moors are. It's not just West. It's not just North Africa, Morocco, Tunisia, Algiers, and all that other crazy stuff. Okay, we're talking about West Africa also. So when someone says that the Moors enslaved Africans, which Moors and which Africans? I'll wait, because I heard last time I checked, the Moors are Africans. Let me give you some history on this. Now I'm gonna take you to West Africa. We ain't gonna go to North Africa. We're gonna go to West Africa real quick. So the Moors of West Africa, Gambia, Mauritania, Senegal, Niger, Mali, and the Wolof tribe. Let me bring it back. Let me go back again. The Moors were from Gambia, Mauritania, Senegal, Niger, Mali, because Mansa Musa was from Mali. He was a Moor. West Africa, right? And to trickle over here for our people that know in South Carolina, the Gullah Geechees. If you study, I'm going to repeat this again. I hope I'm making sense out of this. Rescue me if I'm wrong. The Gullah Geechees are, and I just found out my family, my great-great-grandmother was a Gullah Geechee. Those are the ones that was in South Carolina that came from West Africa. So all those people are Moors. So are you talking about it from an Islamic point of North Africa? Okay. So let's say, okay, some people may say, well, they enslaved us. The word slave comes from a word Slavic. It's Indo-Europeans and Scandinavians. Those are the slaves. So what slaves are you talking about? For my people that would say this is the white man's words, listen, do not take my word for it. I keep telling y'all this. Go look up Google. We got Google now. Go to Google University. Okay? Just Google it. Just don't look at one word. Look at everything.
Can I go to Yahoo?
Yeah, go to Yahoo, whatever it is. Find a definition called the white man's words. 'Cause this is what our people do to cop out things. And say you playing with semantics. Give me the definition of semantics and what semantics, where did it come from? When I say etymology or the etymon. So there is no term called the white man's words for all these so-called Pan-Africans who run around talking about it's the white man's this, it's the white man's that. Understand or overstand what I'm saying to you. And if I'm wrong, I hope they're listening to call in. Do not be afraid. I am all the way on the West Coast, baby. So don't be afraid. So when we say that it's the white man's words and you can't find that, nah, you better study language. Let me give you the history. English is a West Dramatic language. I'm going to repeat this again for everybody. English is a West Dramatic word. That's what English is. That's what church means. That's what God means. Mm-hmm. Church is German. God is German. Mm-hmm. Everything is German. So, again, what language are we talking about? How? Now, there was a piece I put up. and it was talking about colors in Germany. But it was go to my Instagram or my Facebook, is on there. It talks about black being an adjective describing a suitcase or swarthy, which means black or dark, right? It talks about it being a suitcase. So if you're saying that you're black, what kind of black are you? Because we never use those terms. Black is a modern term. It's not ancient. And if someone says that it's old, then what is the name that we used to call it? So when we're talking about black, what are we referring to when we say black? You can say a black computer, but what kind of black computer? This is just basically facts. I just told you that. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick and put it on the camera so everybody can see this. You found it? Oh, okay. That's what's up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Yours is kind of dim. Your light is dim.
Oh.
Your light is kind of dim, but let me show this one right here. This is, oh, well, we're going to find it. See if we can pull your light up a little, a little bit more. But anyway, it refers to, like the shirt I have on is black. Now, when you look up the definition of the word hue, it's going to say skin color. That's what it says.
How's that?
That one is better? Yeah. Let me show this real quick. Can we get this on real quick? So this is basically what it is, right? I'm going to let that pause there for a moment so that everybody can take a picture of it.
I hope no dirty text pop up.
Yeah, I hope so, neither. Hope no, you on a thong pop up on here, laying on the bed.
Oh, God.
But I want people to see this real quick. And when you get to black, it says a black suitcase. So they referring to, so wait, they're not talking about a complexion of people. And it actually, by definition, the word means void of color or void of color. So when we talk about this Black Lives Matter and all this other crazy stuff and trying to hold on to something, the European knows this. And I keep saying European. I'm never calling them white because they're not white. They're not white people. So again, if I'm wrong, rescue me. The phone numbers are right there. You can give us a call inside the studio. We are open.
I thought white was the absence of color and black was was rich because it was every color.
Every color in it. But they're not talking about a people. It's not a people.
Uh-huh.
You follow me? It's not a people.
Uh-huh.
This is a black table. This is a black shirt.
Right.
You follow me?
Gotcha.
So when you talk about when you look up the word hue, it's going to say skin complexion. I am a hue complexion. So that's how it's set up. So again, we out here talking and don't have no facts on anything. So when people say, well, the Moors did this, what Moors? I just gave you the breakdown of who the Moors were. We were all over. It didn't matter. It was anybody of hue complexion. You had a lighter hue or a tawny, whatever. They still were Moors. They still are your children, and they come from you. I hope I can squash this with people, and hopefully people will study language. They need to study language. So when you're going to debate with somebody, get your facts straight. People got to get their facts straight. So what time is it? But listen, we're going to take calls right now. What's the number again, Sean?
323-965-1600.
And before we go into this, let me break down the whole history. Don't be afraid. Before we go to our break music with my brother Lupe Fiasco, I'm going to give a little bit more history on who the Moors. The Moors are the ancient Canaanites, Moabites, Hittites. I'm going to repeat this again. The Moors are the ancient Canaanites, Moabites, and Hammatites. I gave y'all all the history. I'm just laying it out. This is the research. This is not Sabir's opinion. It's factology. You can do your own research. Stop letting these people on YouTube lie to your vision. That's it. And even the Semitic people. And for people to call the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, yes, I said it, anti-Semitic, we are the Semitic people. We are the Semites. They're not the Semitic people. We are. So again, if I'm wrong, come rescue me. Let's go. Let's have this open dialogue. Why are you laughing?
Because you said come
I guarantee they won't call in. I guarantee that. But let's go to this break real quick. You listen to the Sabir Bey Show on RMC on air. The phone lines are opening up. Let's go. My man Lupe Fiasco. Peace.
straight. Don't sign. Yeah. With a platinum plaque, just like Robin, George, and Jack. The mind fears what the blinds hide, but I'm here on the blind side, hanging up till the line dies, then off the hook for the crimes tried. Getting awful looks from the tribe, unlawful jokes we can climb sky. That's Robin Hood, arrows of the rich steel in Hollywood, and featherweight. I step by step, let it escalate till you get it. We'll tell you if I hit it. We can make pie if we don't fidget. Exhibit, pimp my ride exquisite. We G's, coach us back if we die in business. My lord is my chemist. My sword is some Kemet, Egyptian fonts and unks. Scottish rites with Mont Blancs, let us stomp. Yeah, I walk as my father walked. Master builder is what I thought. You look just like how I'ma be. Sacred geometry. In a line, in a line, in a line, in a line, in a line. 3 angels in kind, on time, go straight. Don't sign. You look just like how I'ma be. Sacred geometry. In a line, in a line, in a line, in a line, in a line. 3 angels in kind, on time, go straight. Don't sign. Yeah. With a golden means, so the overseer gets overseen, and the overhears of the older themes can see the bell but don't know the rings. The rings are not sounds, but circles. You wear these on your virtuals, see through these circles just like Steve Urkel, till it's all universal. And it harmonizing like proportion to the larger size, and it's dynamic in a high standard, so each degree has a part to prize. See, big worlds have little worlds that feed on their velocity, and little worlds have lesser worlds, and so on to viscosity. You look just like how I'ma be. Sacred geometry. In a line, in a line, in a line, in a line, in a line. 3 angels in kind, on time, go straight. Don't sign. You look just like how I'ma be. Sacred geometry. In a line, in a line, in a line, in a line, in a line. 3 angels in kind, on time, go straight. Don't sign. Yeah. The applause of patience to the laws of nature override lies and the laws of nations. Pilgrims bear witness at all the stations.
Override the laws of
Some positions
nations.
overcome traditions.
Lies,
Numbers
man.
govern our young religions. Dead levels making plumb decisions.
Listen.
Perpendicular to the undivision. That's bad curricula to the unconditioned. Any love less than unconditional is so under-Christian. It's unrepentant. The physical part of my church amidst the invisible arts of my work. To make gold from garbage is not the alchemical.
Yo, welcome back to the Sabir Bey Show. I told y'all, man, this is pure edutainment on RMC. Give us a call, 323-965-1600. We are waiting on all the doubt sayers. I told you they wasn't going to call. They're going to make up excuse and hit me on Instagram, act like they just said something. But listen, Shonda has something she want to read off from this American Civics book. And actually, I want people to actually get and order the book called the Magna Carta. This Magna Carta, let me show y'all just the front of this book. It's kind of beat up, but anyway.
It's missing the whole cover.
And missing the whole cover. You see that right there? This is what we do. This is why you can't go up against me on no opinions, because I'm going to bring the facts. And the Magna Carta is where all law supersedes from, and it supersedes the Constitution of these United States. And I said these United States. I choose my words very carefully. But real quick, before she do this, let me give y'all the breakdown also on some of these terms called the modern Germanic people. It's Afrikaners, Austrians, Danes, the Dutch, and the English. So all your words come from Germany anyway. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's from Austria. Think about it. Swarthy. Think about it for a minute. He knows the history. You want to play the colored game and the black game, and this is why you're not getting justice. And a lot of our so-called attorneys, just like people say that the Moors enslaved Africans, we enslaving cats right now to this day. They work for corporate America. These are your attorneys who supposed to know the law, in misleading you by lying to you and telling you about civil rights. And the only thing you got to do is get a good attorney when attorneys don't even know the damn law themselves. Let me share this with everybody. And I hope my attorney brother that's listening out there right now will look this up. I don't know his name, but he's listening in on the show, but he's going to air hustle anyway. But corpus juris secundum. Why y'all laughing, man? I'm just being real. I told you I'm not going to be politically correct on anything. It's 2016, baby. You know, so corpus juris secundum is where the body of law is at. Corpus juris secundum will tell you the difference between an attorney and a lawyer inside there. We're not even talking about a law dictionary now. We're talking about corpus juris secundum, which is the body of law. And an attorney practice law and one is in law. There's two total difference that's there. So again, if you have an attorney, he's telling you that's all you to keep making plea bargains, he's selling you out. So we ain't got to talk about the old Moors that was doing it. We have the Negro Moors in 21st century that's doing it right now. You follow me? We have the same people doing it. I don't know what happened back then because I was not there. The problem is you don't let that repeat itself again while you're here. And this is why you have these types of people. They're pushed out to you in the media realm so they can say, yo, go teach these people. No, listen, I walk with my people, not above them. So when people see me, I'm in the streets with them, I'm in the hood with them, I'm talking to them. You see what I'm saying? I'm not standoffish with a lot of people, which some people say I should be, but I'm not. You see what I'm saying? But when have these people who you can't even talk to, or you're not even on the same playing field with him, he think he knows something more than you. This is why I arm people so they can challenge these attorneys. And this is why I challenge them constantly, because if you want to battle with me, we can go toe to toe. It doesn't matter. Bring all your books. I know what you're doing to my people. So we're not going to talk about what Moors were doing back then because we were not there. I'm showing you what we're doing today in 2016, right now, misleading our people, telling them that we were slaves, talking about civil rights, talking about Black Lives Matter, all these types of people on these media realms who know better and supposed to do better. Philosophers, scholars, psychiatrists, psychologists, all these types of people who's supposed to know better and have all these high degrees, and they still misleading people. I don't care about your religion. I tell people, keep your religion in the closet, you know? But again, we keep talking about Moors enslaved, but they never show you what Moor enslaved what. Don't show me a picture. You see what I'm saying? Don't show me a picture of something that's old, because reality, if you in the military, if you in the police department, it's the same thing. Somebody can snap a picture, see a Moor right there, but you will call him black. You see what I'm saying? And say, well, we enslaved. Because a Moor had a fez on his head and a French uniform, that don't mean that he was doing it voluntarily. These cats do it because they said, it's my job. You see what I'm saying? They may have been forced to do that, but you're not forced to do anything. When you see something's unjust and they shooting your brothers, you supposed to step up, but they have a blue wall of silence. You see what I'm saying? Or they wearing a 3-piece suit or a 2-piece suit, whatever you want to call it. I'm talking about the attorneys now. You see what I'm saying? So if you know, you would say it. And I don't care. You can have the best of the best attorney reach out to me. I don't care where he studied at. Don't bring me somebody that was in it for a year. Give me your vet that's been in it for 10 or 20 years. You see what I'm saying? That's how confident I am with my stuff, and I know what's going on. Because, again, I've been doing this radio thing for 13 years, and I'm watching it constantly every day. And people usher me stuff on Instagram, say, Sabir, we'll talk about this and bring up this. No, you tell them to contact me. The same way they get them on these other shows, have me on there having a discussion with them about our people. You see what I'm saying? So, again, don't talk about this whole slavery thing to me about what the Moors did. That's your opinion. It's not a fact, people. It's not a fact. Understand that this is the only thing that they don't want you so-called blacks to know. When you listen to that track with Lupe just now, he talking about sacred geometry, dude. Why do you think them European Masons wear that G on top of their hat? On them fezzes? He talked about all that stuff in it, but it was going over people's heads. But you will never hear this on a mainstream radio. But you will hear it on the Sabir Bey Show. And he makes sense out of everything that is going on. Listen to it. Where else you going to hear this at? So listen, let me get off my soapbox for a minute. I'm still waiting on these phone calls. I told the brother he wasn't going to call, and LeBron, he said over saying, I knew they wasn't going to call in. They'll make up some type of excuse. But anyway, 323-496-1600, huh?
No, 496. You messed that all up. It's 323-965.
See, that's why you supposed to be there.
1600. Well,
that's why you supposed to be there, and
yeah,
you got to constantly keep saying
I
that
just did
on
that.
the air.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Making a joke out of it.
No, it could have been a joke. I mean, I can be a jokester sometime. But listen, it's there. The number is there. We wait for people to call in. Could you read real quick out of this American Civics book the difference between that and how you decipher that so we can kill this noise with these people dealing with their opinions and none of these cats are dealing with facts?
Sure. The number again, though, is 323-965-1600. Civic skills. Distinguishing fact from opinion. Facts, as you know, can always be proven true.
What? Hold up. Say that again. It can be what?
Facts can always be proven true. They can be counted, measured, or documented.
They ain't say
in some
opinions
way.
today.
No.
Okay, I just want to know. I mean, I don't know because I'm half of these people get the information off of
Let me run down that
YouTube.
facts again. Facts.
Run it off again.
As you know, can always be proven true. They can be counted, measured, or documented in some
Whew,
way.
I try to tell you.
Opinions are what people believe or think because people often use facts to back up their opinions. It is important to learn how to separate the two. You will then be better able to evaluate the information you read or hear every day.
So don't they say opinions are like assholes? Everybody have one.
This is true.
So where's the facts at?
None.
I'll wait. I'll wait. But this is what, and even when you analyze and scrutinize words itself, when you look up the word belief, you're going to see belie right in there. Mm-hmm. Belief and belie is right in between there. If you understand language, again, if I'm wrong on anything about, I just want to find out the definition of where people getting this term from, semantics and pun and all these. I'm speaking on.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. I'm just trying to speak on language or etymology. That's what I'm speaking on. Words. So when you watch other children from other countries, they be like 7, 8 years old knowing 8 languages. You know what I mean? Like, how many languages do you know? Somebody say, "Oh, I know Swahili." Well, brother, we ain't speaking Swahili right now, brother. Oh, we speak we speak gibberish around here. It's not even English. It's called gibberish. Listen, let me show you how deep this language is and how people. And if y'all just joined us, the word English is a West Germanic language. It's German. Let me show you how they put it right in front of your face. Every motorcycle cop, start paying attention to the motorcycle police officers. They have the boots, they have the sash, and they have the cap. That's the Gestapo. Period. That's how it is. So German, church is German, God is German. All these terms are German. So again, we had to be very careful and stop playing the black and white game because they're not white people. They're from a nation somewhere over there. I just ran off these different nations of who they were. And this is why the so-called Jews had got some reparations because they had to claim the nationality. Jew is not a nationality. It's a creed. Did y'all know that? It's a creed. So where would they give black reparations at? Where would blacks get reparations at? Who would they get it from? What nation is called black? In everyday language, if people say, "Well, brother, you don't understand what I'm saying because everybody come out of the darkness," but we ain't talking about that, brother. That's the case. I can say nigga then. Don't get mad. You know what I mean? At least nigga do have an origin. Nigus or nigas from Ethiopia.
Niger.
You know what I mean? So again, don't play this word game with me because I study language very well and I understand good diction. And people say, "Well, that's the white man's word again." Again, if it's the white man's words, then where is the definition of the white man's words?
There's no such thing.
There is no such thing as that. But this is what people do to cop out, to get away from dealing with facts or reality. They run from that. You see what I'm saying? So now we sit up here saying, "Oh, well, the white man, he didn't do anything to me." I'm very aware of what's going on. This is why they don't want you to talk about the Moors. And you have some people who don't study anything go in and talk about the Moors as if you have history on it. Yes, brother, go ahead.
I have a huge question.
Sure. See, the mic done got too hot.
Okay, I got a question for you. I have people that are telling me that, these rappers and the producers and stuff like that, they're calling themselves artists. And meeting artists, they talking about Pablo Picasso, Frida Kahlo, all these different things, and they don't even paint a picture or none of that, but they do like recording like in studios, like rapping all that and calling themselves artists. So what do you think about that?
What is an artist? I mean, I don't know. Define an artist. I mean, they're not. You talking about the rappers now?
No, I'm just saying in general, because I have a doctor friend that they were saying that like a lot of these people, like these rappers and singers, calling themselves artists, and they don't really paint a picture or nothing.
They don't create anything. They're not. That's like anybody. It's like cats in the conscious community. I'm Dr. Such and Such, or in so-called professional communities saying I'm a doctor, but you didn't fix any problem. You didn't create anything. How are you an artist? An artist creates, right? Mm-hmm. What did you create? You didn't create anything. You just repeated what somebody else did. That's all you done. I would call it copycats. They're not artists. I would just say that.
Well, what about rappers and like Immortal Technique and? That's
totally different. Lupe Fiasco, they create. If you listen to,
you would call themselves artists, right?
Most definitely. If you listen to Lupe, if you listen to Immortal Technique, if you listen to Yasin Bey, different people, they are artists. These dudes are not artists, man. How? What are you creating? Shit hop bullshit. I mean, but if you listen, they can't even put words together. You see, it's just like, and I compare
it's like sound effects. That's all
like
it is.
I compare it to the conscious so-called community when cats just throw stuff together. They go to YouTube University and look at stuff. And, I'm gonna say this about this, and I'm gonna put this together in my lecture. And people pay for that crazy stuff, man. I'm like, and you really pay for this, man? Like, y'all, I can't even sit. I was in the class. I was in the class yesterday, and I was going. I'm like, y'all really sitting here listening to this crazy? Like, I don't have the patience for that. It's insane to me. It's like listening to the music. It's insane. But the way they get away from themselves, that's old school. I just played Lupe Fiasco. That's 2016. There's no such thing as old school. It's true school. You don't say Madonna's old school or Mick Jagger's old school. It's real. You know what I mean? It's like, let's be realistic. Even these artists, I wanted to play something with Chuck D speaking on these artists, man, about how it's about longevity, man. And people don't understand that. And again, hype sells, people. Hype sells. Truth don't sell. And we've been doing this for a minute on these airs. And this is why I said it's now time to take it to another level with this station, because I don't want to say believe, trust in this station to make it better. And we need the people's support to make it better. We don't need to argue about any artist or any, let me correct it, any cat that's out here rapping. We don't need to argue with that. We just need to bring the right people in here. We don't need to argue about the gods of Egypt. We just create our own. We don't. It's like, why? We know it's false. We know it's not real. So why the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you don't have to condemn a dirty glass of water to set a clean one up beside it. So this is what we're trying to do here at RMC on Air. That's it, man. It's like, again, these cats are not artists, brother. They're not. And I hope they hear this. They can take it whatever they want to take it. They're not. I look at KRS-One as an artist. When you can freestyle and make sense out of everything. When you can go through a dictionary and break down words. And the most important thing is understanding or understanding language. Words is the key to everything, brother. Everything. And I just wanted to try to clear this up on the air about this Moorish piece. This is the one thing that they will not, I'm going to repeat, will not allow our people to talk about unless you bring in talking about they was Islamic or Muslims. I am not just one. I can be with every religion I want to be. I'm the original Jew. I'm the original Christian. I'm the original Muslim. That is all me. But my nationality is my nationality. I can say Cushite. I can say Ethiopian. I can say Canaanite. I can say whatever which one I want to be. I can say Gullah Geechee. I can say all that. But it's still under that same umbrella of us more. So I had a discussion with Professor James Smalls in Vegas, and we was talking about how the Romans called us Moors. I said, well, we are the original Romans, then damn it, we may have called ourselves Moors. You know what I mean? So it's no argument or separating ourselves from Africans. We are that, but you have good and bad in everything. Like right now in 2016, you have people that look like you and I who are misleading our people, know better, and is not going to tell people. Because you have a degree in something, that doesn't mean anything to me, because I understand what a degree is. I understand what a diploma is. A diploma just means paper. A degree just means to take away from your degree. That's it. like defrost, derail. Do not take Sabir's word for it. Study language. When you go into prefixes and suffixes, and you will see it in the denotations and the connotations. This is not complicated. People say, well, brother, it's too much. No, it's not. It's very basic civics that we learned in school. Basic. But we're not, we lost something along the way. I don't know what happened, So that's what it is. So again, y'all, we getting ready to go up against the clock. Listen, it's been real. We got couple more minutes if y'all want to give us a call. Hopefully I squashed a lot of the stuff that was going on. I hope y'all take this show, share that with everybody. Don't Instagram me with no nonsense. I give you the platform every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Every Friday. Rather I'm here or not, Chalky White will be here. I may Skype in. So I don't want to hear any of this stuff no more. Any of these debaters that's going on in New York, you can share this with them. It goes out to Reggie's, the whole knot, whoever it is, man. I'm not that certain more. I read everything. I research. This is what I do. And that's how you deal with facts. Get your facts right. Stop ignoring things and read. Get books. Read it. It's no such thing as a white man's words. Everything is yours. If you are the claim to be the kings and queens and we this and we that, then damn it, all this is yours. Just put your children back under control. And this is the one thing they don't want you to talk about. When we say we're Moors, we're not disconnecting ourselves. When you say Moor, you mean African. You have good and bad everywhere. Everywhere you go. The only people that fear this is the people that's inferior. You feel inferior. Like we say white supremacy to get away from certain things. No, it's no such thing. It's white inferiority. Supremacy means supreme. Let's be realistic with it. I don't run from anything. I am here. But listen, April 16th, I will be in Chi-Town. We're going to continue this. I don't go out to debates like that. Again, if they want me, they got to hire me. I'll come.
No, that's right.
That's the only way I'm going to come. And it ain't going to be no little bit. I want you to bring everybody and bring your books. Just don't come talking. I don't deal with opinions. I deal with facts. So April the 16th, I'll be in Chicago at the Cultural Connection. Y'all can reach me on my Instagram at Real Sabir Bey. No, Real Sabir Bey on Twitter. Instagram Sabir Bey. That's SABIRBEY. And leave me email at info@thesabirbeyshow.com. Always, y'all, I'm telling you, 2016 is going down on the Sabir Bey Show. Again, I got to give a shout out to my brother Amadeus Christ. We have a caller real quick. Maybe we can squeeze. See, they got to call at the last minute, man. Yes, let's do this real quick. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? The closed show is almost over.
Go ahead. It's Moore. We calling. This is Brother Damian Pennell.
Brother, we got brother. Like 2 minutes, brother. We got a great closeout. That's why I put the number out there many times. What's going on? How you feeling? Real quick question.
Okay, yeah. I'm the consul Jewish of the Morris Temple. My little cousin said he was conversing with someone online, and you guys wanted to talk to us about being the real Moors. And
I don't know anything about. I don't even know about that, brother. But we up against the clock now. I don't know about being a real Moor, but we are Moors.
I told you we filed the 10. We had the access to the 10-10-5905 trust and indenture form filed originally by Noble Drew Ali.
Okay, well, brother, listen, we up against the clock. You got to call me early and on in the show. We only have like an hour here, brother, and that's why I put it out there constantly with people. We have only one more caller. I got to shut it down because reality. Let me share this with people. If you want to donate to the show, please, you have to donate. This is radio shows are based on advertisements and sponsorships. So we don't have that much time. This is why I constantly put that out there and tell people to call early on. So not wait until the last minute to call into the show. But thank you a lot, brother. And I'll talk with you later on, all right? Because we got to push it out. Our time is up, actually. There's one more caller real quick. Take this caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Zaria from Atlanta.
Hey, man, this is my young soldier in Atlanta, man. How old are you now, Zaria?
I'm still 16.
I'm still 16. I'm telling you, this is the new generation right here that's going to chop up everybody. I'm trying to tell you. But Zaria, I wish you would have called in earlier. Our time is actually is up. Hopefully I can get like 5 minutes into this before we go. But anything you want to share with the listening audience before we go?
No, I just wait till another show.
You sure? I'll give you what you need. What's up?
Well, I just wanted to ask, why do you think some people still say that the Moors enslaved Africans, even though they're the same people?
Because they don't do research, Zaria. That's why. That's plain and simple. They don't do no research at all. So you got to do the research, and I know you have. You need to share that with them, because I've seen videos when brothers turn away from when people present the facts to them. People are scared of the truth. They're scared.
Very much.
Very much. I'm telling you, Nas had a song called Niggas Fear What They Don't Understand and Hate What They Can't Conquer. That's just the theory of man.
Yeah.
That's real. But
Yeah.
just keep doing what you're doing and just keep teaching. It's your turn now. You know, you just got to keep teaching. Just teach the ones that's underneath of you. You know, and I guarantee by the time she's 20, she's going to be sharper than most older people. Even though age and time doesn't exist. But again, her learning from the time I've known her since she was 15 years old. Maybe 14 I probably was.
14.
14, there you go. She would listen since she was 14 years old. So she's going to be sharp. But Zaria, I want to thank you and keep up the good work. Keep pushing. Keep
Peace,
tweeting that stuff
Zaria.
out there. Keep killing them. Don't let up on them.
That's right, Queen.
All right?
Oh, thank you. Thank y'all.
Yes, peace and love. But listen, we up against the clock. If you want to advertise, sponsor, hit us up, info@thesabirbeyshow.com. And let me spell my name out for everybody. It's SABIRBEY. Okay, Sabir Bey. It's very easy. I make it plain. Twitter, Real Sabir Bey. It's easy. So again, we laid it out. Hopefully I won't hear it again, but we're going to probably continue it again next week when my brother Chalky White come in. Maybe they'll study this tape right here. But share this out to everybody. I want to thank my whole squad. I want to thank Alberto. I want to thank Sal. I want to thank DJ Hayes. And we have a new member on the team, Arthur Lopez, who's doing a lot of stuff for us, which is going to be hot. I want to thank Narayan. I want to thank Karen McGee, Jessica Abraham Hogan, Nina Soul, Shonda, LaRon, the whole squad, RMC on air. I want to thank everybody. What, bruh? I got your name right or something, right? Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure. But listen, hit us up, and I'm open for booking. Again, info@thesabirbeyshow.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. Share this out to everybody, y'all. Again, I will be in Texas on the 18th with my brother, D.L. Hughley, my big brother, Eddie Griffin, Cedric, the whole squad. And we're going to actually give them a copy of the Out of Darkness. If y'all didn't get it, I'm telling you, better get it. You see this, boy? See this? It's not even open. You see this one? I'm still holding on to this one right here. It's still wrapped up, you know. But listen, it got a host of people here. Let me run the people off real quick before we go into our track. Dr. Joy DeGrew, myself, Sabir Bey, James Smalls, Taj Tariq Bey, my elder, Anthony Browder, Kaba Cabernet, Dr. Umar Johnson, Tony Browder, Dr. Claude Anderson, and Tim Wise. And again, I got to give a shout out to my two elders, James Smalls, Leonard Jeffries. I left them in Vegas this weekend, and it was wonderful, man. And we're going to be doing something together, Professor James Smalls and myself. We spoke about that. So again, peace and love to everybody. Share this out to everyone that you know. Peace. We got to go. We out. What we got? What track we got, bro? Roses? Oh, man, listen to this track. But can we mix it up with the other joint, Got to Get Away? When we do that at the end of this, I'll cue you up. But listen, y'all, peace and love to everybody. This is what you get on the Sabir Bey Show, pure edutainment every Friday. Tell them about it. Peace.
Can we get a little break from the cocaine and the kilos? Aight, nigga, we know. Aight, nigga, we know. Can we get a break from the strippers on the PO? Aight, nigga, we know. Okay, nigga, we know. Hey, shout it. Ain't no future in no gangbang. It ain't no manhood in no bang bang. Ain't no honor cleaning interstates inside a chain gang. Know some rap niggas put that shit inside your mainframe. Pills make you stupid and liquor do the same thing. Rari's too expensive and they way too hard to maintain. Get yourself a Camry. Nigga said a Camry. Watch that hoe depreciate and then you'll understand me. It's called being fiscally responsible. Don't let these lying images up in hip-hop here conquer you. The TV's not your father, fool, that video not your mama. Try your best to be a man and your worst to be a monster. Roses for the ladies. A little appreciation for the gentlemen. And here's some kisses for the babies. Some peace and unity for the whole wild, wild, wild.
Stop letting these rappers put these mad images in your head. That's not hip-hop. It's shit-hop. Lupe Fiasco. Peace.
I know you're saying Lupe rapping about the same shit. Well, that's cause ain't shit changed, bitch. Yeah. And please don't excuse my language, cause I would hate for you to misrepresent the true expression of my anguish. And by this far, I ain't shocked, upset, or appalled. I'm ashamed, bitch. I can't listen if you ain't saying shit. And recognize all this emptiness is dangerous. Ain't building up their confidence, we teaching them that they ain't shit. If they ain't got the latest that they saw on someone famous. Mercy of the Lord on this double-edged sword. Instead of asking where the hose is, maybe we can ask for roses. For the latest, a little appreciation for the gentlemen, and some kisses for the babies. Some personality for the whole wide. More patience to the youth, sympathy for the poor, empathy for the old. More justice for the down, no liar. I tell, man, we have some roses for the latest. A little appreciation for the gentlemen, and here's some kisses for the babies. Some peace and unity for the